Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire?
Wait, hold on, nigga. You say you the man, well, I'm the rep. Put some respect on my name before I step in your leg and my roll on, nigga. Yeah. You know what it is, nigga. 144 big soldier, nigga. Long time coming, nigga. I'm the rep. Slow the time with my apron. The kingdom only for the takers. He ain't built, I'ma break him. Drop the bar, goodness gracious. I handle baby like a player. I gotta think that she my favorite. I pick them, name them different flavors. My Glock ain't coming with a safety. I'm ready to ride. Facing the threats, I'm checking my watch. I'm a little impatient. I don't know if I'm offending them niggas. If I am, then they gon' have to take it. Just on the house, he said the head of your business, nigga. You're training and you got to stick to the base. I'm trying to stack. Benjamin, look like a glitch in the matrix. Shit that I do is incredible. I make a movie be major. I ain't no rapper. These niggas talking my nigga and I'm really making a mistake. These niggas be silly. You speaking of prophecy. Thought he was cool and I guess you mistaken. I'm so sure that I was sorry and she think I'm crazy. I ain't tripping, it's okay. I just met a cougar. She was walking by the school with brand new Gucci bag and a poodle. Reason she stopped me, she saw the shields on my shoulders. My day was some shit she could Google. I am the truth. Don't get it twisted. I'm really a killer. You play with do you? I got this sound like it's fresh in the pack. Little bitch, watch your mouth, cause I'm wearing my news. He think he the man. I'm the rapper. He say he the god. Okay, now I do voodoo. I think they should know. I spit this shit wicked. I step in the booth and start taking the voodoo. If I get the order, I'll bring soldiers and step through your shit like we did to make dudes. Ain't playing with your eye. Pop up this Glock and skate off on your ass like T.I. Doodle. What? Hold on, niggas. He say he the man. Well, I'm the rep. I put some respect on my name for a step in your leg and my roll on, nigga. Yeah, be talking that. Yeah, them niggas be talking that. I be like, yeah. Hey, watch y'all do this shit right here. Hey, look, I just put a bad little sexy little red bitch. Soon as she see me, she was like, skin, you ain't walk on the street. Said I'm the rebel. She said you a lie, boy. Heard it call your hell, boy. See you on TV. Oh, you look handsome. Heard you be rapping like ASAP Rocky, nigga. I could be a Riri. I said that's fine, but I gotta come a while, but ain't nothing wrong with a 3P. I'm on the grind like it's rush hour. Make that money talk. I can keep talking about a sweet. Niggas know how I do it. I pick the beat, try to rush, put it on repeat. Ain't tripping about the beef, keep talking about smoke. I'ma put him in the TP. Rap my arena. Walk through the door, y'all seen it, cause I know you little nigga can't see me. Yeah.
How do you know when it's time?
I ain't finna tell you how I got away with this shit.
If I'm more right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dope bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And if she leave a priest, I won't miss her. Won't put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goes. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a sick from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, now I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You a civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. I ain't regular out. You's a regular out. Took that bitch back. And she done fed you out. Look how you living out. You look scary out. Can't fuck that bitch right. Cause she be getting nailed out. You won't forgive her, ain't it? You wanna love her, don't you? Just know that love ain't for you. It's for the world, homie. I got some real homies. We don't pretend, homie. Isupk, one West, we kicking field goals. Let that bitch lead, ho. She got them D's, though. With a little steak and ass pussy, she be going beast mode. She HIV, ho. You dirty ass skeet, ho. Don't get that shit up out your chest, bitch. Say what you gonna do now, what you gonna say now, what you gonna do to me? It is UPK, I'm shot too deep, it's better Google me. I put these girls all in my training camp like I relieve. I say what I do and I do what I say, bitch, what the fuck you mean? If I'm more, right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a crease, I won't miss her. I'm gonna put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitch, for the street like basketball goes. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, nah, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. I get paper, bro. Got my standards up. You a munchkin out. Catch your knees out. Check my favorite out. I'm a player out. These niggas top block. Took your lead out. You shouldn't be worried about these broke ass bitches. And don't compare yourself to simp ass niggas. Had to shine a lot of these disparate ass women. Cause they be tripping hard, acting like they different. But a bit be basic, bit be horn, and bit be naked, faking, stankin', the shame is dirty, my bit be faking. I don't get too fucks about you, I wouldn't have put no baby in you. Bit be saying they got that paper, look, they let me itch. Done caught the penalty, and my energy got me feeling me. Ice hitting on these diamond teeth that's into me. And I'm getting right, and I'm stacking up, and I'm getting to it. And these niggas hate, but they can't touch, cause I'm bulletproof. If I'm more, right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a piece, I won't miss her. I'm gonna put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goes. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, nah, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out.
Tell the goddamn love them age damn dick, she love, nigga. Ain't no taking nothing back. Cause I ain't regular out.
Testing. Testing. All right. Should be 12 on the audio. All right, let's get a most high hand. Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakathum to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamal Atham Bashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Tuesday night brotherhood class. The water for you guys tuning in. Appreciate you, Akim and Aquathium in the chat. We're gonna get this started. We will not be here very long, so like I have to attend to business, but we're gonna try to get this class in as quickly as possible. And get something out the way real quick. So just real quick, water Commander General Yohana, water to the generals, the captains, the officers, troopers, the young men, sisters, water to everybody. It's been a rough, long week, but we back up in this thing. All right, so getting into today's title, we're going to get into, are you a coward, right? I was having a discussion earlier today, and it's very, 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 very detrimental for our people to understand and to know where your position stands when it comes to enhancing the benefits of our people. Some people are not good for anything. You're not good for any type of production. You're not good for any type of, you're not an asset to our community, to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're not an asset to us. You don't build us up. You don't provide for us. You don't give us anything that could possibly help us within the future. And yet it seems as if the majority of those people feel as if they have a say-so when it comes to what happens in our community as us as Israelites, as us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see what our oppressor has done to us throughout these generations. You see how they have oppressed us, enslaved us. You see how they've taken jobs away from us. You see how they put us in under corruption, took all the men out the household and put us all in cages in jail. You know what I mean? You see what our oppressors have and yet done to us. And yet when you see brothers and sisters trying to do better and trying to provide a source for our people to grasp onto and to actually want to be better for themselves or do better for themselves, the negative part of this, the negative characteristic of this coward feels like as if their voice needs to be heard. You know what I mean? When you haven't done anything for your community, you haven't done anything for your people, you barely even run your own household, if you even do that. And yet you feel as for some reason that your perspective is needed. Your criticism is needed. How can you criticize when you have done nothing for your people? You know what I mean? How can you feel like your voice matters when you've done nothing for your people? You know what I mean? We're gonna get into it, but this is what we're gonna dig deep into, like the true cowards that are plaguing our people. Because when we go viral, you know what I mean? Right here in the Isupk, we go viral. I mean, people are going to see us. People are going to hear us, whether in a negative way or in a positive way. That's whatever their wisdom leads them into. But they're going to see us. They're going to hear us. They're going to understand our stance on where we stand when it comes to our people, when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I mean? We're going to go viral. They're going to hear us. If you see us doing for our community and you see us providing for our people, your perspective is not needed. How you feel about the scriptures is not needed. How you feel that we teach this and it's not right, it's not needed. It's not needed. You know why? Because we were nothing when you had a chance to be something. When you had a chance to go out and do something for your people and go out and create some type of substance for our community, you were nothing. So why take in what we do and take us pushing our narrative to our people, trying to provide for our people, trying to get our people out the streets, trying to get our people off of drugs, trying to get the black man back in a black household. You know what I mean? With the children. When you see us pushing that narrative, why do you feel like how you feel about scriptures matters? Why do you feel like how you feel about the way that we train or the way that we fight or the way whatever we do, the way that we dress? Why do you feel like your comments are needed? You know what I mean? Not to say that they matter, because they definitely don't. But it's just I want you to dig deeper, because we know you watch us. We know you're watching every class. We know you're trying to study us and see what we're gonna do next. We know you're watching us. So as a person who is sitting in this chat or watching these videos, why do you feel as if your criticism is needed? You have absolutely no insight and no way of being able to benefit our people. You have no way, and you have not gotten anyone off of drugs. You pretty much probably doing drugs yourself. You probably got a big blunt in your mouth right now. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You probably, you know what I mean? You probably deal with just sadistic sexual activities. Just crazy stuff. And yet you feel before fixing yourself and putting yourself in perspective where you can be a person of value within our community, you feel like I'm gonna talk down on these brothers and I'm gonna talk down on what they do rather than do something myself. I mean, you got to understand yourself as a coward, because you are a coward. It's not what we're doing is wrong. It's what you're doing you can't do right. That's all it is. So in order for you to feel just of you being a nobody and being nothing and being a liability, you would rather try to dictate what other people are doing wrong. You know what I mean? We mean well for our people. We go out of our way to make sure that our people can be provided substance. You know what I mean? Like money is not going to save us under the captivity of our oppressors. Money won't save us. So what can save us? Right? And that's getting ourselves together. That's getting our households in check, getting our wives in order, getting our lustful desires in order. And yet you feel, oh, well, they're not doing it my way, so they must be doing it wrong. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna go to let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. I'll give you a second. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Yahushua Mashiach, right? So you have to endure hardness as a soldier. What we do is enduring. It's not easy having to deal with Salakia niggas all day. It's not easy to have to be able to face our oppressors head on, look them dead square in the face, and tell them that you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's not an easy task. It's out of the norm, which is why cowards feel a way about it, because they just want to be normal. They want to fit in. They want to appease our oppressors. You know what I mean? So it's not easy having to endure hardships as a good soldier. This is the problem with our people. You see us having hardships and you feel as if your criticism is needed. You know what I mean? You see brothers in this school and you see the sacrifices they make and the suffering they have to take to be able to be perfect soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And you feel as if your criticism is needed, when it's definitely not. You know what I mean? I say all this to say this. We've been posting videos of what brothers had to go through in trials this year. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brothers 2025 class. You know what I'm saying? No sign of Christ. But there's been videos that's been showing some of the hardships and some of the things that we've had to endure getting these covers. You know what I'm saying? Being solidified ISUPK priests. You know what I'm saying? There's things that we had to go through that day, and it's being brought out to the public. And for some reason, I mean, not all, but a lot of the public feels as if their negative criticism is something that needs to be said. You know what I mean? And it's definitely enduring on the end of brothers, because I had to be out there and see the pain and suffering my brothers had to go through in order to be where they're at right now. You know what I mean? My brothers witnessed that. And there's a video of when you know what I mean, I was maced out there on that field. And this was mace training, you know what I mean? It was tactical training, it was non-lethal, and yet it took sacrifice and it took suffering to be able to get through that training, right? And that sacrifice and that suffering was broadcasted onto the internet. Now, when brothers see what a brother is willing to go through and to be able to sacrifice for his brothers, because a lot of people don't know, like a lot of people saying like, okay, well, we was out there trying to train for the apocalypse and things of that nature, or we was learning how to fight and whatever. That wasn't the case. We was out there in trials, you know what I mean, earning our seat in this truth. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with the way we were fighting or the way, like, you know what I mean, the way we were tactically trained. It had absolutely nothing to do with that. It was all about suffering with your brothers, enduring with your brothers, and getting through and accomplishing something with your brothers. So in this particular video, you see, pain and suffering, but you see sacrifice and what brothers are willing to do to be able, not even to be able to show and prove themselves in this truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about how we do this. It ain't about the, oh yeah, well, here comes the negative comments about, oh yeah, well, you're not supposed to use water. Oh yeah, well, you brothers is crazy. Oh yeah, well, all this to just to be on the corners preaching. Like all these negative comments of people who feel as if their criticism is needed. You know what I mean? You see Blacks, Hispanics getting together, sacrificing, sweating, bleeding, in pain and suffering. You know what I mean? Just to show and prove their brotherhood towards their brother. And yet you have something negative to say about it. Wouldn't you, if you are, that's the problem with our people. They don't understand that we are in warfare. And though the warfare for us might not be carnal, a lot of people have things to say as far as, oh yeah, well, Christ is supposed to fight the battle. Christ is going to, the battle's not carnal. Christ is supposed to fight the battle. What are they training for? What we train for doesn't matter. It's not about the training. It's about what you're enduring. It's about what you're willing to endure. It's about knowing that if I'm willing to go out on the battlefield and die for this brother, I know that he's going to do the exact same thing for me. If it came to it. Not saying that it will come, and not saying that it won't come. But just in general, brothers solidify and prove their brotherhood. And I would rather want to step out on the field with a brother who's willing to give his life for me, knowing that I'm going to do the exact same thing for him. And yet, we crazy. And yet, oh, these brothers ain't changing nothing. Oh, you think the white man is going to use pepper spray on you? He has a whole army. And if you're afraid, then just say you're afraid. If you're a coward, just say you're a coward. You're afraid of Esau. The point blank period. You're afraid of the white man. That's it. There is no ifs and buts about it. There is no excuses. It's what we doing, and we did this and we did that. You're just a coward. Point blank period. It's not for you. It's fine. It's not for everybody. But to feel as if your voice is needed, then you're stepping to the realm of now you could turn a brother away. I mean, a weak brother. So you're not. It's not like you're not helping us, because we're not taking no weak brothers up in here. You know what I mean? But all in all, you're adding, when you get into this truth, it's a demon you're facing. It's a demon you're facing that's going to do everything that he possibly can to reassure that you don't get in this truth. And you're providing your services for that demon when you feel like it's necessary to give negative criticism when you see brothers doing what they're supposed to do, or doing what they have to do, or doing the show and prove themselves, making themselves better. When you give your negative criticism, you're adding fuel to that demon for somebody to be able to find the truth and get in the truth. You feel like if you got the truth, and yet you have done nothing. You've absolutely done nothing. You know what I mean? And all you had to do was just admit that you're weak, and you could never go through a mace training. You could never go through that pain and suffering, and just to be able to improve your brotherhood. That's all you got to say. That's fine. We know how, fake camps get started. It's because disloyalty and cowardliness. You know what I'm saying? You disloyal, which is why you left. You couldn't face certain things, or you couldn't get certain things right, and yet so you left. And you went about on your own route and thought that if I run it, then it'll be easier. That's how it begins. You're a coward. You know what I mean? You couldn't stand and fight and die with your brothers. So you had to go try to initiate another brotherhood, a brotherhood full of cowards. You know what I mean? And that's the fruits of your labor. you bring the fruits of what you are. You're a coward and you're going to bring cowards. But just think about this, though. This is a real true fact. Because you're a coward and you leave and you tuck tail and run when things get hard for you, imagine life takes a turn for all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and all oppressors turn completely away from us and leave us out to rot, and not just leave us out to rot, but vigilantly attack us. Do you think that the cowards that you raised up are going to stand with you when times get hard? You know what I mean? Do you think that those brothers are willing to sacrifice and die with you? Of course not. You're not even willing to sacrifice and die for your own brothers. So why do you think that because you initiated a group of cowards that they have to stay loyal to you, more loyal than what you've been? No, that's not what's going to happen. So when you see brothers out training, out, you know what I mean, sweating, bleeding, broken bones, you think that you give your criticism as if you're insulting us for being loyal. You know what I mean? You're not insulting us. You're proving yourself a coward. And Israel is full of cowards. That's a true fact. We have a lot of cowards out there. And you notice it through the backlash of the viral stance we're taking. A lot of people are grasping on to what we're doing. They're saying, oh, we got Black people actually out there getting ready for when the time comes. And then you got the cowards out there. Oh, well, they ain't got guns. Where the guns at? Oh, well, this battle is not carnal. So why they seem real carnal? You're afraid. That's it. You're afraid. And just say that. There's nothing wrong with it. You're afraid. You're a coward. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? You can head on to the back with the women and children and the oldlings. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can head to. Leave the front line for the soldiers. Leave the front line for those who are willing to sacrifice and willing to give their lives for this truth. You know what I mean? Don't try to create your own doctrine and make it seem as if yours is better than thous. It's not. You're just scared. You're talking about what Esau is capable of doing, and you're talking about what we should fear from all oppressors. When you should be at a stance where there should be nothing left to be able to fear from them. They've taken everything from us. They've taken our lives. They've taken our well-being. They've taken our names. They've taken our culture. There's nothing else to be afraid of them about. And yet you're still afraid of their military, their guns. And you feel like your criticism is needed in the comments. Oh, well, if you think that Esau is coming with pepper spray, you must got the whole game mixed up. Okay, you know what they are coming with? Cowards like you. You work for Esau. They got people like you to remind us that we ain't never gonna be shit. Point blank, period. You work for Esau because of your cowardly ways. Point blank, period. You are afraid. You're afraid. And here in the ISUPK, we cannot be afraid. You cannot be a coward. There's things that, I mean, it goes past visually what you see. You know what I mean? You got to look yourself in the mirror every day. That's one of the hardest parts. You got to look yourself in the mirror and am I right? Am I right? Because if the Lord ain't with you, boy, you got a long road ahead of you. So what you should be doing is trying to get right with the Lord, most definitely, before you make any criticism on what anybody's doing to be able to provide for our people. You know what I mean? You should be getting right. You should be looking yourself in the mirror. Is this drug stronger than me? Is this lust for women or lust for men? Is it stronger than me? Is my desire to want to have LGBTQ acts, is this stronger than me? You know what I mean? Because if you can't look yourself in the mirror and you can't be able to stare your demons down and be able to go and battle with your demons, You're going to end up in a place like that's ruled by people who can't do the same thing. You're going to end up in a place where people are getting pegged. You're going to end up in a place where people are, you know what I mean, sending D pics to their friends, to their best friends. You know what I'm saying? You're going to end up in places like that. Here, it's required for you to be able to stare those demons down on a daily basis and be able to fight your flesh on a daily basis. So how can that have any type of negative comment or negative ways of looking at it? Only to someone who's afraid. Only to someone who just hates the truth. That's all you got to say. Just say you hate us. You know what I mean? You ain't got to say what we're doing is wrong, because we're not. You ain't got to say what we're doing is out of the spirit, because it's not. You get it's hella bogus precepts in the comment section, and it's like these have absolutely nothing that pertains to you being a coward. They don't even match with what you're trying to deliberate in the comment section. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit. It doesn't match. At the end of the day, you're just afraid. You're just afraid. I mean, the water for Officer Thabawan for putting that video out too, because it's like a lot of people it's a very personal moment. You know what I mean? When you having to go through that much pain and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? For me, it ain't no shame in my game. I'm glad I can spark the fear into all these cowards. I'm glad that one of my videos was able to spark fear into a coward, because we don't want you here. There was one comment I seen a brother said, he said, I was going to join him, but now, heck no. Like Most High in Christ. Wow. We can exterminate any cowards, worry about any cowards trying to sneak up in these buildings. You know what I mean? Because you're going to see what we are enduring and what we're going through in order to be able to hold this truth. You're going to see what we're going through and what we're enduring in order to be able to sustain this truth. You know what I mean? So this is amazing. This is an amazing time period. I think the video alone with just me was it's at 50,000 right now. I think. You know what I mean? But that is the Lord, because it's showing that without this truth, without ISUPK, there is no holding brotherhood. Because as soon as our people see us doing something in a positive manner, see us willing to show what we're willing to sacrifice, everybody has something to say. Everybody has something that they want to criticize. Most High in Christ. Yes. Reveal yourselves as a coward. Don't make it seem as if because we're being extreme, we're being wrong. No, it's not because we're being extreme. It's just you're not extreme. You're not willing to take it there. You're not willing to sacrifice for your brothers. You're not willing to die for your brothers on the battlefield. And Most High Christ, you decided that, you know what I mean, I'm gonna show my hand that I'm a coward. Most High Christ, the water. I mean, but next time, don't try to disguise it with something that you feel like we doing this, nigga. Just be true to yourself and just say, I suck. I'm terrible. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. I'm weak. And then maybe, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you if you come into terms and take the blindfold off, if you come into terms with yourself, maybe one day you won't want to be weak again. Maybe one day you'll want to stop being a coward. You know what I mean? Maybe one day we probably might see you in class in all black. Or maybe we won't. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. We definitely don't need you. So let's go to, let me see. Let's go to Isaiah 41 and 10. Isaiah 41 and 10. Oh. Let me get there real quick. Slocky. $41 and 10 coming up right now. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10, it says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. A lot of you have this particular fear because you do not have the Lord with you. That is a big issue. You feel like you got the Lord with you. You tell yourself that every day. You tell yourself that you know the truth and these brothers don't know it, and you got the right stuff and they don't got the right stuff. They teach this and this is not real. Oh, the New Testament is not real. Yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? The Lord is not with you because at the end of the day, you still haven't came into terms that you're a coward and you have fear in your body. Fear is from an unclean spirit. Having fear is from an unclean spirit because you have absolutely no you have no faith in the Lord. You don't feel like the Lord's capable of getting you through any circumstance, any weapon, anything that comes against you. You don't feel like the Lord's capable of that. That's where that fear sparks from. It's from your lack of faith. Okay. So within your lack of faith, you have to create your own faith. You have to create your own narrative in order for you to be okay with your cowardliness. You know what I mean? I say coward too because I'm trying to get away from saying the B word. But really, that's what I truly mean. You know what I mean? The female dog aspect. I truly mean that though. But you want to get out of being a coward. So you create your own doctrine, you create your own narrative, and you stand alone in your narrative, and you yourself feels as if it's right. And then maybe you might get 1 or 2, 3, 4, probably even 100 more delusional people with you. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean that you're righteous. It doesn't mean that the Lord is with y'all. It just means that you're a group of delusional people. You're a group of the word I'm looking for. You know what I mean? That's what you truly are. It doesn't mean that you're right. With strength, with numbers that comes strength, but if you're a multitude of cowards, there is no strength in that. You know what I mean? There is no strength. It's just a bunch of cowards. It's just a group of cowards. That's it. Where we at? Yeah, but the Lord is not with you because the Lord is not the Lord of fear. The Lord is not the Lord of being a coward. You know what I mean? David got his name for himself by what? Standing against Goliath, even in his young age. You know what I mean? Even in his lack of strength, he still stood against the most mightiest man who was terrorizing Israel. You know what I mean? And that's the courage that the Lord dwells in. You know what I mean? That's the courage that he dwells in. Not, oh yeah, well, I need this person to stand with me. I need this person to stand with me. It doesn't matter what your numbers are. You're strong with or without the numbers. I mean, Isupk So Cal was just as strong with 15 people as it is with the thousands we have now. It was just as strong without us. And it's still going to be strong as long as you have strong leaders and you have strong followers, people with courage. People are not cowards. Regardless of whatever the numbers are, you're gonna stand firm and be a threshold. You're gonna be a wall, a strong wall that no coward can penetrate through. You know what I'm saying? Cowards don't want to be around bullies, righteous bullies at that. You know what I'm saying? A coward doesn't want to be around a bully. You know what I mean? It's not the same. It's not the same audience. I mean, we righteous bullies for sure. I'm definitely gonna bully you. I'm definitely gonna bully you in these scriptures. I'm definitely gonna bully you and let you know that you not it. I like doing that. Okay, so we're gonna get into 1 John chapter 4 and 18. And this will probably be my last one. I got like 5 more minutes. And I got to head out. Next week, I'll probably, we could probably keep on getting into this subject. But for now, I just want to address something. It's not something I take personal, but it's just something I noticed about our people. We don't stand together. We don't unify each other. We don't support each other. You know what I mean? You should be able to see a black man, regardless of whatever he's doing. If he's doing something to uplift his self and uplift his community, you should support that. I mean, it does matter what he's doing. Because if you selling drugs, then that's crazy. You know what I mean? If you just because you're not uplifting your people, you're destroying your people. Because the drugs you sell them to is your people. You know what I mean? So there's righteous uplifting. If they're doing it righteously, then yes. You know what I mean? You should definitely be there to be like, yeah, all right, I see what they're doing. I mean, we trying to get our people out of the streets, out of gangbanging, out of prisons. You know what I mean? You got prison departments. Come on now. There's come on. Let's make this make sense. A lot of y'all couldn't even get y'all brothers a pair of socks when they got out of prison. We got a whole program helping our people out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we give food to homeless, we give clothing to homeless. You see, you looking at the parts where we checking Edomites. You know what I mean? You looking at the part where we dress in a particular manner. Those things mean absolutely nothing and take nothing away from us. You know what I'm saying? You can look at them as a negative aspect, but I look at them as a positive. I want to dress different than the rest of the world. I don't want to look like you. I want to be set apart. I want to be different. You know what I mean? I want to tell the white man he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. That brings joy to my heart. I mean, it's this warm feeling I get when I say it. You know what I'm saying? Feel like sunshine. You know what I'm saying? All right. 1 John. Oh yeah, 1 John 4 and 18. Let me get there real quick. But yeah, our people are not unified. Our people are not willing to sacrifice. You know what I mean? It's a terrible, terrible time period for our people because we've blended in so much with other cultures to the point where it's like when we see one thing that we do that's trying to separate ourselves, we take offense to it. It's crazy. It's crazy. You take offense because you're so indoctrinated from other nations. As soon as you do something different, oh yeah, nah, they shouldn't be doing that. They're gonna get us in trouble. It's like how the slaves used to say back in the day. And they're gonna hey, they're over here trying to get away. They're gonna get us all in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 1 John chapter 4 and 18, it says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. So this is a big precept of what we've been talking, what I've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? What we've been talking about. The reason why you're afraid is because you don't love your brother. You don't have love for your people. Your true love goes within your narrative, your pride. That's where your true love goes. And your love is in vain because it means nothing for our people. It has absolutely nothing to do with us. You disguising it as you're trying to keep your people aware of us and keep them away from us. You know what I mean? To keep them aware so that they don't make the wrong decision. But really, it's just your vain love for yourself and your lust. You love that demon. You love the hell out that demon. You know what I mean? You love that demon so much that you would talk down on your own people for trying to uplift your people just because it's off of the narrative of what you feel you should have did in your life. It's off of the narrative of what you should have became in your life. The staple that you should have attempted to make. So because it's not in your circle, it's not off of your doing, whatever's done, and it seems as if it's effective, you're going to step in and give your criticism. What they do in the time of Moses, they felt like Moses just couldn't lead. They gave criticism. They talked down about him. They even so much even took the orders that he gave, switched it up to their own narrative. It sounded familiar, ain't it? Switched it up to their own narrative and decided to build a golden calf. You know what I mean? Sound real familiar, don't it? Your criticism isn't needed. You have fear because you don't have love for your people. If you loved your people enough, if you loved your brothers enough, you wouldn't have fear. You'd be able to step out on that battlefield regardless of how anybody felt about you, how whatever criticism came about you, whatever happened. You know what I mean? You would step out on that field and be ready for whatever happens just to make sure that your brother gets home safe. Just to make sure that your people see your sacrifice and want to do better for themselves. You know what I mean? They see that you're not on drugs. They see that you're not smoking weed. They see that you're not out here gang banging. They see that you're not out here destroying your people. And they want to be just like that. They like, I love my people too. How can I get down with you guys? How can I join this organization and put my brick in and so that people can see what I'm about, how much I love my people. You know what I mean? You don't got love for your people. That's why you criticize. That's why you have something to say. You know what I mean? But the Water Commander General Hana, you know what I'm saying? He gave us a safe haven, a safe place for us to make sure that we can provide for our people the substance needed, righteous substance needed. You know what I mean? Righteous counseling, righteous teaching, a righteous place to dwell where I'm not of this world anymore. I don't feel like I'm a part of the tango that they do. You know what I mean? I don't need to be a slut to fit in. I don't need to be a gangbanger to fit in. You know what I mean? I can step with these brothers, still be strong, still be masculine, and still love the Lord the way I love the Lord. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? So the Water Commander General Hana, you know what I'm saying? The generals, captains, officers, troopers, sisters. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all tapping in. We're gonna end it out right now. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, a thumb to the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shamar. A thumb by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Faith ties. Tap in.